The Steelers, some news there. Russell Wilson, you see it right there, fully cleared, full participant at practice today. This is from practice earlier. Coming off the calf injury, it's kept him on the sideline for the first 5 weeks. And we'll see what they're saying about all of it. Do they keep Justin in there? Here's Russ moments ago.
For me, I'm preparing my mind to get ready to go and everything else. So that's kind of my mentality and help us win, whatever that is. And so, yeah, I'm just getting prepared for Friday. I feel confident that I'll be ready to play and play at a high level.
Okay, he's ready. Let's bring in Adam Schefter for some top stories. Adam, we start right there. What should we expect with the quarterback situation in Pittsburgh? Are they going to make a change?
Listen, Russell Wilson is back at practice in full for the first time since suffering that calf injury on September 5th. But the signs still point to Justin Fields being the starter, but Russell Wilson is lurking in the background, and he always remains an option for this team if Justin Fields struggles or this team doesn't win the way they want. They've lost 2 straight, and we'll see now how close Russell Wilson can come to playing.
Yeah, so I want to talk about this because I just think that guy right there, if he can't do better than what Justin Fields has done so far with the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's not to say that Justin Fields has been bad. I'm not saying that at all. But if he can't do better than what we've seen, then I don't really know why do they even have Russ. Seriously, at this point, I'm not so sure. You can't just be like, well, you need a good backup quarterback. I mean, I guess to a degree, right? But if that was the case, then they should be more aggressive with Justin Fields, quite frankly. Because I'm just not seeing where the scary is at this point with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, that defense is legit, right? I don't know how legit, but it's definitely not a bad defense, right? We have to figure out, is it an elite defense? Is it a great defense? I don't know yet, right? I have to see them play other teams and other games and better offenses, quite frankly. But I do know it's legit, right? We know it's well coached. We know they're well prepared, right? We know that they know how to kind of get after it, right? That can't be argued, quite frankly. But in terms of their offense, I know Pittsburgh Steelers fans want to feel good about their offense. They want to feel good about their team. I get it. I really, really do. But I'm just telling you, nobody looks at that offense and goes, oh, man. Defensively, this offense doesn't keep up anyone from, any defensive coordinator, any defensive player. They're not like, man, how are we going to stop this? We've never even really seen Justin Fields go off, and he doesn't have to. But if you're going to play complementary football and let this be a defensive team, well, then you have to be able to make some key plays at the appropriate times, and you also have to minimize turnovers as well. And yet, you see the Cowboys game, and that was a perfect example of a defensive-led team, a defensive-led game with the Steelers, but then offensively, they couldn't get any of these little basics out of Justin Fields. It was just like, oh my God, like if you were a Steelers fan, I don't know how you don't watch that game going, oh my God, like you just want to push them, honestly. You just want to be like, will you just get a first down? Can you just throw the ball 7 yards? Like, what are we doing? I don't know if you're a Steelers fan, how you can watch that game and say, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. We're feeling pretty good. This offense looks really well led. I personally don't see that, and I'm not trying to pull down Justin Fields. I've said for the longest time, treat Justin Fields as a rookie. But if they're not better with Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson can't do more than what Justin Fields has shown us, then I just don't know why is Russ here. Because at the minimum, then he's too much of a distraction, right? Because if you're just like, oh, we want a backup quarterback, Russ is not a backup quarterback. Then he's just a distraction. Because then if they do lose 2 games or 3 games, people are, right or wrong, are going to be like, hey, what about Russ? What about Russ? Even in the locker room, even the coaching staff, there'll be a couple other coaches will be like, hey, well, what about Russ? What about Russ? And that alone is enough of a distraction, right? Rather than just having the team say, no, Justin Fields is our quarterback. And in fact, he's such our quarterback, we're going to be extending him. We're going to sign him for another 3 years. A Baker Mayfield deal, right? 3 years, $30-some million a year, whatever it is, right? Like, we believe in Fields. We are building this team around him. They're not doing that, obviously, right? They're still kind of doing this somewhat dance. So it's still 1 foot in, 1 foot out type of thing. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't watch that game and feel really good about it because the Cowboys were injured on defense. The Cowboys just did not look great, quite honestly, from my viewpoint. And that was absolutely, positively a winnable game. But then Justin Fields really struggled. And Chris Collinsworth talked about it. He did. I mean, he actually reached a point where he felt bad kind of saying negative things about Justin Fields. Because he was just like, yeah, you got to be able to make that play in the NFL, right? Like, he was just like, he didn't want to keep bagging on him. You could just tell. He really didn't. And it just kind of left him where he like kind of felt bad. And that's why he even said, he goes, listen, I know this team has kind of been winning. He's like, but the way how this offense has looked, at first it kind of felt like the door was closed on Russ, but now it feels like that door is back to being open. And I think Collinsworth was being very honest and authentic and speaking from a place of experience, quite frankly. I know not everyone loves Chris Collinsworth. I personally really like him. I think he's incredibly smart. I know he can get a little obsessive during his broadcast and really praise people to the next level and act like some certain basic plays are the most amazing plays we've ever seen. You'll talk about how nice someone ties their shoes practically, but I do think that was an accurate perception of what he was saying in that game. And for me personally, seeing them lose that game versus the Cowboys, if you're a Steelers fan, to me, that was a tough pill to swallow. You're at home. Your defense was playing really well. You forced 3 turnovers, not 1, not 2, but 3 turnovers. And you just couldn't get anything going offensively for a team that the Saints rolled, right? The Ravens rolled. I mean, like, it was there for your taking. It was there for Justin Fields to look really good. No Micah, right? Like, it was there for Justin Fields to be comfortable. But that whole game, he did not look comfortable. That whole game was like, this does not look right now. This looks like a backup quarterback or a rookie quarterback. And, considering the start the Steelers got, I think the Steelers are ready to win. I don't think they want to mess around and be like, well, hey, we're developing Justin Fields right now. I don't think that's what the Steelers want in terms of the players. I think these players are ready to go. This defense, TJ Watt and company, they're ready to go. They want to win. They don't want to play these, games within the games. They want to get to it. They want to compete. They want to win the division. They want to win playoff games. They're sick of this back and forth. Who's the quarterback? Well, we'll try this quarterback. How about this quarterback? How about Pickett? How about Rudolph? How about Trubisky? How about Justin Fields? How about Russ? Like, they want this clarity already. They want this stability, and they just don't have it. And that's just I understand why it could be really, really frustrating from a player's perspective, a coaching perspective, and a fan perspective. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Pittsburgh Steelers? Do you believe Russ should play? Be a starter sooner rather than later? Or do you think you continue with Justin Fields? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.